What's up, everybody? Oh, was I too loud? Oh, looks like I've got a bit too loud. Sorry. The music seems okay. You can see the tweet about stream starting. Feel free to check it out. Yeah, as the tweet said, today we move on to adding animation to the player so that they don't just float around. And hopefully after that we can do the yeeting of stuff. Player animation, wheel animation, okay. And just moving velocities. I don't think. Okay. So that seems to be everything we have to do. Other than that, filling the wheelbarrow with water. And yeah, regarding the player movement, whether making the player play an animation, I've found, with some help from the Modded Minecraft Discord, that if you go and look at the biped entity model, nice, I should be able to just use the same mixin, so that's cool. If we look here at the set angles method, there is moving left and right and left leg pitch in relation to velocity. So K is set here, and then based on velocity, it's set to something. If it's smaller than 1, then we set it to 1, okay? Divided by 1. Wonder why that has a math pi there. Yeah, I think that's the line I have to target. Make the player move, and actually assume that maybe just this. Let's see, what's that? Get roll. Okay, what would be roll method? Just roll. So if roll is greater than 4, then we are going to do that. And to get the velocity divided by 5. No, never mind, that's divided by 0.2, which is multiplied by 2.5. Is that correct? No, I don't think it is. Multiply it by 5. And then basically, what's the cubed? Okay. I think that's cubing it. And based on that, we do some cosinus magic along with the overall entity's pitch. I think that's CO and that's pitch, okay? So I'd assume that is this happening when you're inside of a wheelbarrow? Okay, so let me try to. Okay, how can I target that line? What would be the easiest way to do that? Inside of a mixin, because let's see. I need to get roll first, and then I need maybe just after pivot X. Whatever, okay, let's just get the get roll first. And right here, log what it is. Actually, just to make stuff simpler, at inject method equals that. And add and okay, and here let's just log the same value. Private. Okay, sorry, you probably heard that. Don't mind it. Okay, so let's see. Private void. Is that void? Should that be actually? Let's try to copy that. Modify setting. Angles check. Okay, whatever. Let me call that modify set angles. Angles inject, I guess. What should it be? Actually, what should it return? Void, I guess. Okay, and let's see if that works at all. Man, I'm still struggling with the mixins. I mean, I've made like 2 of them so far, so it will probably take a bit longer for me to get accustomed to them, but I wish it were easier. I think. Okay, so that should be the same value here. I wonder if it's being set to false when we are inside of a vehicle. Sure. Okay, that's not how you do that. I guess I need the fallback info somewhere. Okay, either the beginning or the end. Let's see, fallback info, CI equals what was original, a boolean. Okay, not like that, but here. Okay, that seems correct. That playlist sounds interesting. Check that out for a moment. Okay, I guess that's not how you do that either. But in the end, scriptor on mixing. Okay, expected. Yeah, it seems to be at the end, I guess. Okay, so at the end. Thing false. Still false. And still false. Okay. See, we have get roll is larger than 4. Okay, I have the same. Okay, sorry, I had to check something. Okay, so that's false, I guess. But these seem to be G. Okay, so K would be the only thing that's changing. Living entity get roll. Okay, but it was false all the time. Actually, let me just log these two, I guess. And see if and how they are changing. I need to target the right leg pitch. Let me open the recaf. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Node recent, that's going to be client. Anything net here. Render model. Actually entity and model. And biped entity model. Okay, so where is that here? 125 line. Can I view that in Edit with Assembler? I can. So what would that be? Put field, probably. Field and pitch, model part pitch. Linear interpolation angle. And that's going to be hard to find. Oh, and the model part pitch is called multiple times. I would have to do like 1, 2 even. Let's see, that's right before the riding, so let me find that. Length squared, okay, so that's, we are here. And that's really long. Log static, math helper, okay, so more or less here. Pitch, model part, left leg. And left leg is beef after right leg, okay, so I need to do, oh, but that's get field, Wonder why. Where is that get field? Shouldn't there be a put field? Okay, it's after that. Well, that's wrong. Put field pitch. Okay. 0.662. For that there's yo, and the roll. Yo, roll, roll. Okay, so that's where I want to be. And here's riding, okay. I want to be right after that. Okay, so put field pitch. Well, that's going to have to be an ordinal, I think. So let's see, I need to target value equals put field, target equals net, pitch, okay, that has to be a semicolon. And a colon with a type, and that's float. Okay, I think that's correct. And now I'm going to need to find the ordinal. Okay, so that's just field. OP code here. Let's put field. And I need ordinal. Let's see which one is it going to be. I'm doing the pitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Two, okay, so there's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 4 and shift after. Shift, okay. After. Oh man, that's so complicated. Hope I can find a better way of doing that. Okay, let's see, animate arms, sneaking, and body, leaning pitch, get preferred arm, okay, hand swing progress, is using item, right leg pitch, left leg pitch, okay, so maybe that's going to be it. It has linear interpolation. It has the right leg pitch. Okay, so that's probably going to be it actually. F, what's F? Okay, I think F is yaw. Okay, and when is that happening? Only if leaning pitch is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so actually, let me log before. I'm going to need 3 injects actually. Add head. Before. Left. That's a biped model entity. This object equals left leg pitch. Right. And first set, okay, the whatever. These are temporary anyway, so they can stay like that. Right plus this object, right leg, and pitch. Man, that's so complicated. Okay, and now at tail, I want to do the same. I'm assuming to see 3 different values, except this should be the same every time. After first set. Tail. And this has to be tail. Okay. So let's see if I've messed up my injects first. Looks like I haven't. That's nice. Now let's see, that's going to be a lot of logs. Can I somehow actually slow them down? This is going to be annoying. Entity get tick, tick. Nope. Okay, whatever. Let's just try to parse through them. Okay, so let's see what it's like when I'm standing still. Okay, so first set, head. Okay, that doesn't make sense. There should be head, first set, tail. Head, tail, first set. Okay, so that's not what I wanted to see. See, we have head, tail, first set. Head, tail. I wonder where I got confused. Head, tail, first set. Okay, so they are 0, 0, 0 until I load, I guess. At some point they become 04, 0.4. I think that's okay. At some point. Head, tail, first set. What happened here? Why is that not in order anymore? Head, tail, first set. Head, tail, first set. Okay, where did that got messed up? Head. Wait, or am I tripping? Head, tail. Okay, I am tripping. It always was head, tail, first set for some reason. That shouldn't be the case. Okay, that's odd. Let's see. Head left, tail left. Okay, so they are the same. And then first set for some reason here. Then 0, 0, 0.4. Okay, let's see what it looks like when I'm moving. Well, that's going to be so hard to parse through, actually. Okay, but let's see. Head and tail. Head and tail. First set is the same. This first set doesn't actually change them, so I don't need that log. Okay, but they seem to be moving somehow. Actually, are they moving? They are just alternating between two values. See, we have... Let's just have tail for a moment. Yeah, I heard I can comment only the inject line. And it should work too. Should still be working. So let's see. Probably shouldn't have closed that. Let's see. Does that check if leaning pitch is greater than 0? Leaning pitch. Okay, yeah, so when I'm moving, they are changing in a way that makes sense. When I shift, I also change. Okay, so that's the same, but just slower. Okay, so I think that's the line I have to target. I just have to make it work when I'm riding. Rather when I'm... what is it? When? And I'm inside of a wheelbarrow. Let's see, right leg. Okay, here we set pivots, and that has to be in this line. Okay, but what is it using? Leaning pitch, right leg pitch, okay. And the new value, okay, but that doesn't have anything velocity related. So um I'm thinking about like capturing these for locals and then seeing what k is. Divided by k, or rather here. And since this always happens, and this is in relation to velocity, and then yeah, this gets called again here. So after being modified by velocity, then here we interpolate between these. That only happens when leaning pitch is greater than 0. Okay, maybe that's for when we are sleeping. Yes? It doesn't happen then. So this is just, I think, interpolation between these. Delta start and F is, let me make sure that's it. F is yo, pitch. Oh man, I'm getting these mixed up. Maybe that's pitch, that's yo, whatever. So how do you capture local values? Mixing examples. Sharing local values. Without mixing extras, okay. With mixing extras. CD official mixing extras wiki. Multiple locals with that type, you have to specify ordinal or it will throw an error, okay. One of multiple locals of a type, okay. Modifying a return value. Okay, so let's see. I have to capture 2, 3, first float actually. I think parameters don't count. So let's see if at, can I do that at head? Or is that not how it works? Assume I can't do that. That would be, wouldn't make sense. Let's see, I have, okay, so I'm here technically. Should be able to, in that mixin, capture first thing. Is that after or before? CI after. It has no parameters, okay. So at local, and I need a float. See, do I have to specify if there are multiple locals with that type? Okay, so let's just do that. Ordinal equals 0. That's 0 by default. Default -1, okay. Float. Okay. Okay, thingy. Okay. Let's see, that should be 1 if I don't have a roll. 0. So that's always 1 for some reason. Man, how do I know if can't know if I'm capturing the correct thing? I mean, there are no other floats, so I have to. Okay, there are some floats actually. O and L, okay. It's what's okay, if it's 0. Here, never mind. It should always be 1 at least. Smaller than that, we set it to. Local type argument 2, one of multiple locals of a type. Okay, let me try doing that at the tail. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Okay. Man, I'm so not in it today. Okay, but I'm capturing first float. That should be at least 1. No, it's still 0. Okay, it's something now. It alternates. Oh, when I'm rotating. What's happening? Okay, so that's changing when I'm moving. And now it was 0 for a moment. Now it's some weird stuff. Okay, but when I'm moving in that direction, then it's fine. When I turn, it's fine too. Okay. It gets messed up when I turn for some reason. What happens to it when I'm inside of a wheelbarrow? It's mostly 0, is it? I have no idea what I'm looking at. Not the slightest clue. Okay, well, it's 0. It shouldn't be. What am I looking at, man? Okay, and when I dismount, okay, then I'm back at 600. Okay, so that's a float. And this is making the legs move. Let me test something. Going to happen if I set this object left leg pitch 0. And I do that. And just make sure that this is happening. Actually, this is what's responsible for moving the legs. I don't see any early returns here. Maybe that's why early returns aren't used. Actually, so mixins are easier to do. I wonder if it's trying to compile Java. Decompile, compile Java in a way that makes it some mixins, so there are no early returns. I don't think, actually, that makes sense. It makes sense to do that. So now, these are still moving. The pitch axis. What axis am I actually want? Okay, I need the pitch axis, so that's correct. Why me setting them to 0 doesn't do anything? Maybe I'm in the wrong place entirely. Why is that so hard, man? I just want to play and make the player move when they are using the wheelbarrow. I'm not feeling any of those songs, man. What could I listen to? Let's try that. Okay, so after change it is set to 0, changed. For some reason, this doesn't affect it. I assume that's because it's like a method called earlier to actually apply these. No, that's not the case. Animate arms, position stuff. Okay, theoretically, what would happen if I were to paste all of that into ChatGPT? To understand what this method does and answer any questions I have about it. To be a part of a class responsible for setting various angles and poses. Okay, this method is a set angles method of a Minecraft model. What are the different parameters? Code F, animation purposes. Okay, so it doesn't have a clue what it's used. Can you guess which of these would be a yaw, pitch, roll of the model? Float I. This was second to the last one. Limb swing. Aging ticks. Okay, man, these are not useful at all. These names aren't useful at all. See, Minecraft, fabric. Limb angle. This is the method with parameters given meaningful names. Okay. Adjustments. I need to find a spot inside of this method that's responsible for the for making the legs move when walking. These lines seem to be doing that, okay? FGK. Oh man, ChatGPT is so useless. I don't believe ChatGPT 4 is any better because, like, dude, you just was instructed on what did this do? Yeah. Okay, so I can't adjust them. Like even me setting them to 0 doesn't do anything. But when I was riding the wheelbarrow, I think they were mostly 0. So let's check that out again. K was 0 usually. What was the leg pitch on neon? Okay, so 0, 0, 0. Okay, for some reason it changed for a moment. Okay, so now these are changing. Based on K, I'm guessing. Okay, now they stopped for a moment. Should go back to changing again. Yeah, they seem to be... Because I think they're just perpetually swinging based on K. But for some reason, the legs aren't updating. Hate those legs. Is it 0 every other tick? Yeah, but they are swinging sometimes. I get into my wheelbarrow, then yeah, they aren't swinging at all. Now they are swinging, no they aren't, they are. So they seem to be, no they aren't, no they are. I mean, oh man. What if the first float I'm capturing isn't actually float I want? What if it is capturing the first one of the parameters? Okay, no, because it's let's say it is moving now. Yeah, when I'm moving, this is changing. So that float has to be something else. Because I'm expecting it to be the... Where am I? Here, for some reason. So... was that... was that? Set angles. Okay, so limb angle. Limb distance. Okay. So what if I were to want to try to capture the fifth float, and then the fifth float that's there. Hmm. No, let's just try. And at in the worst case, it just won't compile or is going to crash. I'm really starting to doubt where I'm at. Because there are 4, and this is the 5th one. Rather, there are 5, so this is the 5 index, 5th index. Yep, I can't do that. Failed, caused by mixing transformation. Injection failure, method update, set angle style. No ref map loaded, okay. BL3, where is that set? Okay, I mean, if this is 0, float 0, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but these went out of scope. So I can't access them here, rather at tail. So what's the first float I'm capturing? Because get velocity. This is just velocity length squared. Squared length of this vector can be used for last comparison between lengths. Oh. Okay, so maybe it makes sense for it to be times 5. So maybe it makes sense for it to grow length squared. I'm not sure how it's still growing, but okay. I'm moving backwards. Does it reset? Okay, so whatever, I'm gonna work with rather thinking that the k is the correct value I'm trying to get. Rather, yeah, that I have access to k, this here, and this one here. But what does that give me? But this is only if I have get roll and it is greater than 4. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, roll. Why would I be rolling ever? Wouldn't that be more than 4? So I'm going forward and it should start going up. It is. No, it's not. Why can you just stop doing that when I'm looking at it in a certain direction? You can just perpetually 0, 0. What's happening? Which one is roll again? I mean, this is yo. It were to be in for some reason yo related. And now K is not going up at all. Now it's 0. Now it's steadily growing. Going up rather. I gotta test that on the flat world. See, world, super flat. Okay, that direction is 0. 0, 0, 0. Okay, here every direction is 0. What? Like, what? I'm so lost. Huh. Oh, okay, it wasn't going up because I need to be in third person, otherwise I'm just not animating. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm a dummy here. It's not just steadily going up. Now, okay, yeah, when I'm going backwards, then it's updating too. Should update only when the roll is greater than 4 for some reason. Doesn't make sense to me at all. Okay. Is it used anywhere later? No. So weird. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what a roll is. Let's see, wheelbarrow. So now it's just 0. So, what if I were to update that? Okay, so what if I take a boolean now? Add local ordinal equals 1. Yeah, I want the second boolean. Boolean rows. Okay, so tail. I don't think I care about these. To make sure the velocity is doing its thing when I'm inside of a wheelbarrow, and then the animation should be taken care of. Oh, and we crashed. I wonder why. Have I put that in the wrong place. No, I haven't. Can I not do that? Caused by tangles, ZF, callback info. Okay, Z is a boolean, F is a float. Okay, and haven't found that. So maybe I can't access multiple locals like that. Capturing one of multiple locals, modifying return value, sharing locals, mixing extra wiki, local double, okay. Index LVT, not sure what that is. Add store, target method. Modify boolean 2 for reasons, return. Mutability, references, okay, oops. So there are multiple locals here. Your new values will be assigned to the actual variables when your handler method finishes. Okay. Why is it not working? Here, encourage you to read that. What if I change the order? I don't think makes sense. Let's see. Nope. So what if I were to just keep one boolean? Maybe it doesn't like that the boolean is uninitiated, but I'm trying to access the second one anyway. Let's just try. Get that boolean. Maybe that's what it's having an issue with. Okay, it is having an issue with something here. What about ordinal 0? Shouldn't work either. Nope. Fabric, uninitiated local, initialize local, mixin, outside that mixin, modifying local variable. And that's a huge thingy. Check out modify variable. Modifying a local variable on an assignment. Store. A double. So I'm guessing this takes in the so I'm just trying to do that, whatever. Let's go back to this being a local float. Okay, and first float. Let's undo that. Undo all of that. Okay. And here, let's try to have add modify variable. Modify private void. Modify set the velocity variable. Maybe set the velocity check variable, something like that. And it just takes in add has to be store. In boolean, and here I take in the boolean value, return, or okay. Just try to return value first. This vehicle. Get the vehicle? Nope. Oh, I need the entity. Oh, why is that so hard? It looks like I can just do that. Maybe I can just do T entity here. Or will it not like that? Okay, it seems to be fine with it. Get vehicle. Original. Vehicle. Let's for a moment get rid of that. Let's see if that's working. Nope. So I probably need all of these. Is that I hope that's the issue. Modify constant, modify variable. Ah, man. Okay, what is it not enjoying? Modify set velocity check variable from that, okay. FFFFFZ. Does it say what it expects? I don't think it does. Good, head, class, layer, model data. Oh man. I'm so stuck. Fabric, mixing, modify variable, parameters. Can I get these? Ordinal. Do I have the ordinal? Maybe that's the issue. I don't. Okay, so that might be problem. Ordinal equals. Okay, which one is it? 1, I think. So let's first just try to get the original. Work and then try to play with it. Still not it. Yep. Okay, I'm starting to think that's having an issue with an uninitialized variable. That's the only thing I can think of. No ref map loaded. A code like that. The same method in class 1 file. mcdev. Fabric mixing. Uninitialized. Local. Fabric mixing thingy. Modifying a local variable. So that, but I don't get how I would call the render method function. Need help with that. Entity for distance. Wait, so we are trying to. What are we trying to accomplish? I don't have access, and I need to have access. Indie player NBT. Oh man, that's so atrocious. Like the formatting. Okay, modifying an argument. Redirecting a put field. Nope, a get field. A method call. Okay, so I mean, okay, so I was thinking maybe I could like target that and change that to return the number, or if it's a vehicle entity, then make sure that it's greater than 4. Sounds so bad. Modifying an argument. Okay, so that's an argument of a function in method. An update. The game doesn't want to run because of the seems you are using the alpha version of better end. Okay. But why is that? So the only thing I can think of is it's crashing because the variable is uninitialized. Because if I go back to that, oh, this is at head. Why is that at head? Okay. Okay, I'm trying to do that as tail. I mean, this is going to work, and this should just be the log with the distance increasing. Like, okay, just going up and up and up. Mm-hmm. Oh, but I will have to actually. I will have to change that for arms too. That's a problem for later me. Probably. Where is it again? Yeah, here. So maybe I would be able to here change that float variable before this happen. Okay, so actually just try to go, let's go back to targeting pitch, put field, okay. Let's do that at, okay, so this is 0, 1. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen if I modify that at 1. Rather before the first mention of it. Whatever, I can keep these. But 1 shift before actually. Update. Traveled. And I have a float k. That has to be modified variable actually. That's original one. Okay, so here I have boolean. Let's do it here, modify. Okay, but I want to modify it after a certain point. Okay, so never mind, I have to do that here. Here I just gotta add, okay, so yeah, here I have k. I need that to be a thing. Put field. So I'm going to need that to be a ref, but let's first make sure these are the same. Probably not going to need that. Okay. 1 hour stuck on that. So less than ideal. Okay, I have still modify expression there. Why do I have that? I think okay, because that's the original one for making the player. Okay. Let's see, I should just see 2Ks are the same. I'm not seeing for some reason. And did that go? Does before means it goes up here? It shouldn't. Let me change that to after. Float K, ordinal 0, the same. How's that not being called? Shouldn't go in up here, I don't think. Or is the log the same? Have I messed up? No, I have original here. Or do I? Yeah, I have put field. Modal pitch, ordinal 0. Why is that not being called? When they travel the distance. CI. That. It's not necessarily identical. At tail, at put field. Is it not finding it? Pitch. Okay, second instance of pitch. Of put field pitch. That's here. And after. Let's comment that. Because I don't know why it would be an issue, but maybe it is. Target, field, pitch, put field, shift after. And all of that seems reasonable. I capture a local here. Okay, that shouldn't be an issue either. But for some reason it's not working. Okay, let me open the recap just to make sure that's the field I'm trying to get. I wish it remembered where I was. I need the set angles. I need to view the assembler version. Let's see, we have put field, modal, pitch. And that's... Okay, so that's that. So that's the 0. How do I go back with that? Can I go back with that? Okay, it's highlighting that at least. Okay, so that's 0. Or is that 1? It's not highlighting them. How do I go back? When do I go back to the previous match? Float, integer, float, uninitialized, locals. BL, BL2. Shouldn't this be Z? Shouldn't this be a booleans? Okay, never mind, these are inside of the constructor. So yeah, boolean 3 is actually here. I mean, it shouldn't care. I'm trying to access that boolean. This one, but for some reason it does. Okay, so we have pitch, get field, put field, pitch. Yo is in swimming pose, okay. Then there is that model part Yo, okay, so that's the first. That's the, never mind, that's the first pitch. Model part pitch. Get field, okay, so that's doing all of that. Here we have that again. This time it should be entity model head. Oh, I'm so lost when looking at it. Model part Yo. Payload this, right arm. That's right arm, pivot Z. Pivot Z, okay, so I got too far, I think. And that's head again. That's pitch. Is there any number I'm recognizing? I got lost. We have put field Yo. That could be it. We again have put field pitch. That's for the head. There should be put field Yo again. No, there's put field pitch. And the more get field. K. Okay, so that's K. No, I don't think that matters. Line K, 142. Load J, pitch and pitch. Oh man, I got lost again, but why am I here even? That's not what, like, these are correct. I'm pretty sure. It is model part pitch a float value. I mean, it is put field. I assume that it is, yeah, M are just labels. We'll go to M. Why is that incorrect? Add value equals field. That's the same. This is literally the same. And I have shift. Maybe shift is an issue. Oh. Who would have thought that's going to be this hard? See, capturing locals again. Modifying a constant, capturing, redirecting. Capturing local values. Okay, so we have tail. But I don't want to do it at tail. Invoke something. Yeah, this is turning out to be harder than was I stuck on previously? I forgot. I'm not sure what I was stuck on last time. What was it? I think inputs, yeah. Input and actually making and that thing. They have field, riding. What if I were to just target the same spot? Nah, I want to do it earlier. Method. What if I remove that? And just have a target here. Is that going to work? I think I've had something like that working at one point, but ordinal was 4. And why was it 4? Because there is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, yeah, after that. So I would like a bit to, before that line, I'd like to update k. Or, I mean, change that thing, but I seem to be unable to. Nope. My log correct? Yes. I do 4 again. I had that working. What am I actually trying to do? Rather, will I be able to do what I'm trying to do? Oh man, I haven't updated the stream title again. Player input. Okay, now it's working. What? Okay, well, let me update the stream title. I keep forgetting. So original 4 is working. Why is 1 not working? What? Ah, whatever. Okay, let's just not care about it. Can I capture the local ordinal equals 0? Is that where I put it? I think. Float, okay. Under the distance. Plus distance. So I should see that change when I'm in third person mode and when I'm moving. Because I don't care actually about 1 and 2, I just care about 3 and shift before. Like this is the line I want to target between those two. Here I'd like to modify K and hopefully nobody else will care about me modifying K here. Somebody will, then we'll think about it. Yep. Usually it's just 0, okay. So now I gotta do that add ordinal 3 and shift equals shift before. Okay, that should still work. Actually, that's not going to still work because, okay, that's not what I want to target. Actually, I mean, I just want to replicate that logic, so ideally I want to target that, man. Okay, so let's just see if that's going to work first and foremost. And then I'll try to refactor it so I target that boolean. It is working. Now let's just copy that logic. This has to be that I need a reference to that. Actually, can I use the modify value? Local, mixing extras, modify, sugar, where's modify value? Modify value. Where was that? Variable, okay, my bad. Modifying locals. Okay, how is that different from modifying a variable? What's that link? Mixing examples, modifying a local variable on assignment. Okay, so I mean that is what I want to do at store. Okay, but I'm going to get errors again because it doesn't like that there's an uninitialized variable there, probably. Okay, so whatever, let's not mess with. So let's do that in a moment, actually. Let's try to modify the variable again. Original, modify set velocity. Modify set traveled distance. So this should work, there's nothing special about it. For some reason it hates it. Modifying a parameter, modify variable. So I want to modify a local variable on assignment. I have add. Okay, is that because I had head here instead of store? Okay, that might be my bad. Okay, I hope it is. Okay, if that's it, then I've wasted so much time because I've missed that. Original one. Yep. Maybe it should be 0 actually. I should be able to easily check that. Let's pop in to some water. Hey, it didn't crash by the way, so that's happening. I did that. Alternating between true and false. So let's make sure this is not the water one, though it might be. But I like that. Why is it not logging anymore? Okay, because I need to be in third person. Okay, yeah, so this is the swimming one. Oh, and I think I have just an original. Do I have two working injects? No, just one. Why is that? Spamming true and false. Okay, so I need ordinal 0. Okay, so that's always false. Which, okay, so I mean I was there, I think. Yeah, I've already checked that, so why the hell is that triggering? Local K. So what's that? That's the shift thingy. So what's causing this to actually do that? Field original. I don't have the parameter here. Can I have the parameter here? Row. Okay, because something is setting K, and that can only be set here, and this is clearly like rotated, related, like this, but this is always false. What's happening, man? Uh, false roll is 0. Okay, when is roll not 0? Always 0. I mean, it is always 0. Why would it ever not be 0? How is that being set? Theoretically, what would happen if add the tail? No. Okay, so what's setting it? What am I missing? I mean, nothing, but what would be other reasonable explanation for this being changed? Okay, I mean, it's not used anywhere else. I'm losing my mind. It's, yeah, checking this doesn't make sense at all. Is that a BL here? Is that here? Boolean, control. How can I do whatever? How can I figure out what's going on? One is not it, two is not it. What was the boolean? third one. With main arm, right. And this is just 0. Makes sense. Why would it ever not be 0? But what if I were to, just for the sake of it, in my wheelbarrow entity, in update passenger position, for the controlling passenger CTO, okay. What if just for passenger set roll can't roll get roll? Okay, why can't I do that? Living entity get roll. Yeah, because I don't know if it's living, I guess. Entity passenger get roll. Okay, how about set roll? No. Set pitch. Okay, I can set pitch. I can set EO. Why can't I set roll? It's not making sense. Any sense? Oh. Sorry, I bumped my microphone. Arm. Okay, so since I can't do that, I guess whatever. Let's just go back to, for the sake of checking if it works at all. What if I change that to a float? And that should be always 1, theoretically. Should always be 1. Then I could just set it to this when you are inside of a wheelbarrow. Or this could also not work and crash. Store ordinal 0. Is that what I want? It is. Float. That is a float. What's the issue? It's not going to tell me. That's fine. Okay, because I'm at... Okay, no. Yeah, I mean, it should figure out the correct place on its own. Store. Okay, I'm less than happy about all of that. Caused by original value. Okay, but I can do that here anyway. Let's not waste more time on trying to figure out why that doesn't work. Let's see here, if I'm at shift before, I have put field distance. Let's make sure that works. If it does, then add the 3, let's see, 1, 0, 1, 2, and yeah, before 3, I want to set K to a thing if you're inside of a wheelbarrow. Yep. Okay, so I need to make that a reference. How do I do a reference? Local, locals, local ref. S equals that. Okay. See. It's going to be that easy. It's not. Fail to validate sugar, local, ordinal. Okay. Local. Can I not do that? Can't have an ordinal and a ref at the same time. Should be able to. Mutability. So what did it fail to do? Fail to validate sugar. Mixing. 0. Okay. Local ref. Well, double ref. Okay, so I guess I have to do local float ref. And I hope that works. Right. Now I just want to set it to a value. Yeah, but when is it even set to 0? Like what? Why is that 0? I feel like something's lying to me. It should be 1 at the very least. I'm losing my mind. Is this capturing this float? No, it can't because velocity when I'm moving. Or is it? Is this velocity related? Oh, I so don't know. I'm doubting it. Inject here. Okay, let's go back to that for a moment. Because my voices aren't letting me let go of that. Is that correct? I think that should work. Original. I think I've had that working for a moment. Is that capturing that first float? Because it's the first float is limb distance. Entity model. Set angles. Limb angle actually. Limb distance. No, that doesn't work. Float. Why does it hate me trying to do that on a float? What does it not like? Whatever, let me just see if my distance is going to be the same. Let's see, that's going to be the same. I have a feeling it's not going to be. Then life will be very, very complicated. It's so noted. Is that the limb swing? Limb swing. Have I been chasing the wrong thing all of that time? Yep, I have. Oh man, okay, at least I will hopefully know in the future. This is how it works. Okay, so now I'm gonna figure out how. How could I make the limb swing affect only only arms or other legs when inside of the wheelbarrow? Or I guess I should need two mixins, one wood, all these set angles with the limb swing when you are inside of a wheelbarrow, like the actual value, and then second one here would skip that. Skip it if you if you yeah, for left and right arm. Just modify that by the rather multiply that by the limb swing. Okay, oh man. Let's figure out where it's being called. Okay, so yeah, this is actually the part I want to target, or not quite. I want to target the 1 and 2, that pitch. You multiply them by that. So I don't need that. What I do need is to override the variable, override the variable assign, modifying a return value, modify locals, nope. Sharing, injecting, and cancelling. Modifying a local variable on assignment. Yeah, that's not actually, not really it. The put field, okay, I think that's it. Yep. Redirecting a put field. So add value field, target that. Original is 1. You go this put field, okay, there's no shift. Something. Okay, so this has to be the biped entity model. Okay, so that should be it, and that should have to be the value, which is a double, a float, pitch. Okay, that's modify. Right arm. Pitch. Pitch. This is then the biped entity model. Yes, okay. Also, let's see if that inject is correct. Oh man, it's insane how much time I've spent on this. Holy. Okay, man, sorry. Oh, for that I had to do a thing. Okay, so, that's, of course, that will be too easy. Too convenient, okay, but there's at least it's telling me what it's expecting. I call back info. Okay, with a lot of floats. Okay, inject, I think that's not what I want. I want redirect, yeah. Why can't all the errors be this friendly? Of course, okay, but that's still a kind of a friendly error. And not void, okay. I need to return load, I'm guessing. And pitch. Oh, never mind, it's has to be void. What? Directing a put field. And so that's not going to work either. The method. Method is correct. So I need the entity, rather the cooldown. And what is it? Right arm pitch equals pitch. So what do we not like again? Do I need the signature match parameters, whatever you wanna call that? Found unexpected argument type at index 0, expected modal part. Expected signature float void. I float and void. How so? Is there an I here? Okay, because there's an integer. Okay, so I have to target something else. Modifying an argument. Ah. Okay, so I'm guessing this redirects all the put fields. Oh, that's not going to work because I need stuff to be there. I need the entity argument. Okay, so that's not how redirects works. So back to the drawing board. So what if I were to target the what if I were to target what if after that line I were to just but also I can't make set angles. Maybe I kinda can. Okay, let's just start with the set angles call actually first. Where is that call? Let's get recap again. Let's see what's calling it. Search references. Biped entity model. So nothing here is actually calling that. Or the player entity model is calling that. Okay, makes sense. What's calling that on the player entity model then? Set angles. Oh, I don't have set a reference here. Rather, I'm unable to find a reference here. Class member. What's a member? Owner. Player entity model. Name. Set angles. Type. Can I not have the type? Kind of. And renderer. Okay, makes sense. Go to definition. See the renderer. Set angles. Nope. Player entity model. Set model pose. Hand swing progress. Render arm. Okay, that's not what I want. What's the render? I think is the method that's called on every frame or tick. The render. Okay, set model pose. Calls the super render with the entity. I need the living entity renderer. Set angles here. Nope. Entity renderer. Nope. This would actually. Where is any? Where's a set angles method called? Search. So let me do that on Linky. Okay, so all of that makes sense. I want to find a place where it's called reset angles. Okay, so what calls the set angles method? What decides on calling it the limb swing thingy set to 0? Limb swing. How to call player set angles? Entity turn, set rotation. Event index. Man, that's so bright. And client tick. Entities. Lifecycle, item, loot, messages, networking, rendering. Okay, I can't think of anything right now, so once again, I will just ask and hope for the best on the Minecraft Discord server. And um, hmm, let's try to add eating at least. Eating the stuff in front. And let me make sure that not change here. I removed that. For some reason isn't removed here. Okay. This didn't break anything. Oh man, 2 hours stuck on that thing. I'm not too happy with that. Okay, rotating seems to be working. Maybe I should add sprinting. It's really slow. Or maybe it's fine. Yeah, probably will add the sprinting, I guess. Yeah, let's add the sprinting. Actually, because that's what it's supposed to be used for. Like transporting entities around as an alternative to a boat or a minecart. And if it's too slow, then it's not a viable alternative. Is used on just a bad entity. Okay, so there's that to do too. Printing. Available in sprinting. Okay, and I think was it in update velocity, or should I set that in handle player input? Or rather steer? If this sprinting velocity, let's try that. Nothing seems to have changed. Does look like when I ride through leaves, okay? So I wonder why he's pressing forward and is sprinting. Let me just add, I don't know, 1 to it. I think there was an issue with this sprinting. Okay, it works. So I guess I'd like to make it less steerable. Okay, and also not that fast. So let's make it a tough. And do I care actually about making it less steerable? It's fine, whatever. I mean, it's, I guess, less steerable by default. I'm not sure. And I mean, if you are moving faster and the turning speed is the same, then it is just less steerable. I think that's how you can look at it. But let's see if that's a reasonable sprinting speed. Okay, it's faster. Okay, but it should stay toggled. Okay, so on handle input, I gotta set. Okay, so I have to probably have something like last sprinting. Oh man, of course it wouldn't be that simple. Okay, but let's check how fast it is compared to sprinting. Like if the velocity is fine. Okay, let me get my phone. Let's measure that. Okay, so if I were to sprint from here to that ice, that's almost 4 seconds. If I were to wheelbarrow, that's... Oh man, I messed up. I think that's faster actually than sprinting, which I don't think it should be. Let's see again. I stopped sprinting there for a moment. But it's faster anyway. Okay, so that's too big of a sprinting speed. Let's turn that down to like 3. Too big, too high? Not sure. Okay, but I gotta figure out how to handle last sprinting or something like that. Import horse entity. Does that have it? Something about sprinting. Nope. Okay, of course. Why would it? Let's measure that again. Oops. And okay, so that's like half a second slower than sprinting. I mean, that's reasonable. Okay, yeah, and you do move faster. FOV doesn't seem to change that much. Is that because of me, or... let's see, if I change the speed by a lot. Okay, so horse isn't helpful. Sprinting. See, if I add that, will the FOV change? Or do I have to take care of that manually? I think I should. And then 2 hours spent on trying to make the model move, and nothing. Okay, so FOV definitely is not changing. How can I change the FOV so fast? Oh. Is it rideable underwater? Not really. Seems to get kinda stuck. Or does it? Sure, okay, it is rideable underwater, more or less. See. Okay, it seems to work fine. That's good. Oops, sorry buddy. Okay, so how do I adjust the FOV? Do I have set FOV? That should be on clients though. Minecraft, fabric, player FOV. Okay, so all of that without changing the speed. And I don't know. First argument is the entity's ID. Trying to change the FOV without changing speed. Client bound update thingy attributes movement speed. Okay, but it's so weird. Why does FOV not change? Is that the same with a horse? Horse, saddle. Oops. You sure it's not? What parts of a horse handles the FOV? And you can just, okay, nice. Let's see, we are. Can horses not sprint? Seems like they can't. That's all. Okay. No, it stop happening. Okay, why does FOV not change? Is there anything FOV related here? Game options FOV. Get FOV renderer. FOV effect scale. Update FOV multiplier. Last FOV multiplier. Abstract client player entity. Set entity FOV mode. How do I Google that? Change the view model FOV. If any of your modes does that, Forge's FOV calculations work like this. Render hand, okay. Entity renderer. Okay, FOV setting. Does this land entity change the FOV in any way? Be helpful. Or aircraft. FOV. No, it doesn't. And not here either. Okay, so I mean the sprinting isn't that big of a change. Maybe I can get away with just not doing that. It's so weird when the FOV is not changing. Okay, but I also have to make it so that when you press shift, just starts sprinting and doesn't stop. So how do I do that? Oh, sprint toggle. Okay. Create entity on the sprinting. And okay, to do change FOV. Why not do automatic, man? Why do I have to do it manually? Probably going to have to use a mixin and all that stuff. Okay, so let's make it so the sprinting is toggles basically. How can I check if the sprinting is toggles? I guess if I stop pressing forward, if my velocity falls, I think, below certain speed, then I should stop sprinting. So here I need to check if sprinting equals true. Okay. Does that work? Never mind, so that should always be set to that. It shouldn't. Sprinting. How do I handle starting and stopping sprinting? Because if I set it to true only when like if I only set it to true, then it won't work when you toggle it. Also it's false when I'm just not sprinting. Like if you set it, then I want you to keep sprinting. You start sprinting, don't want you to stop. Yeah, I start for a moment, it's true, and then I stop. Okay. So okay, so technically in that this inject would have to have an additional thing if toggled. And what was that? This object client options sprint is Okay, that wasn't it. What was it? I'm pretty sure I've checked whether I've sprinting. No. Client options. Sprinting. Sprint key. Man, what was that? I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. Sprint. Sprint toggled, okay. Oh, so I think I need to do the get sprint toggled, yep. So if the sprint is toggled, no, that's not going to work. We have to check the options and see which one you are using. Oh, how do I handle that? If it's pressed, then you should be sprinting. When pressing it starts sprinting. But when you have toggle on, then pressing it starts or stops sprinting. It's so inconvenient. Oh, never mind, I can press shift again to stop sprinting. I should just set it to true. Okay, so that simplifies things, okay. Never mind, I just set it to true when you are sprinting and then stop only when you're okay. Oh, let's go, so that's easy. So if sprinting, we do this sprinting equals true. And then if velocity, in update velocity, if the velocity falls below a certain speed, so let's see, what's the velocity? Get velocity. What's velocity multiplier? Let's get velocity. Okay, so how do I get the velocity from that though? Get velocity length squared. Okay, so I guess this gives me the velocity length of this vector. Okay, never mind, this is the thing I want. This should be actually how fast I'm going. Velocity multiplier, okay, that's always 0. I bump into something. I want you to stop sprinting. I'm gonna see what's the base velocity and then just adjust it. So when you stop pressing forward, then I set sprinting to false, and when you so that seems to be almost 1. When I'm sprinting, it's a straight line, it's okay. It's 14. When you go up, it goes up, okay. Okay, so if it falls below, something's off. Seems to seems to be going up. Yeah, at the beginning it's 1, rather 11. And then when you go sideways a bit, never mind, I think I just didn't stop sprinting. So I'd say when you go below 0.5, that means you stop sprinting. Something like that. Or actually below 0.7. And that's a reasonable number. See if this get velocity length is smaller than or equal to 0.7. Stopped going. Redo this sprinting. If this sprinting. Oh, I need a sprinting pressed, I guess. Private boolean printing. So steer needs to set printing pressed. Normally it's printing, okay. And then in inputs, yep. If sprinting, then we do sprinting pressed. The sprinting pressed is true. Is sprinting equals true. Okay, something like that. If sprinting, then we do sprinting equals true, so we start sprinting, and see if we are sprinting, then we do update the velocity. If this sprinting and the node is sprinting pressed, then we set this sprinting was false. Okay, so that should stop us from sprinting when we bump into something. And also in steer, handle inputs, the input, set inputs. Okay. So sprinting should be if sprinting and pressing forward. Then we set sprinting to true. So if not pressing forward, this sprinting equals false. Maybe I should change that. If not pressing forward, then this sprinting equals false. And else if, so if we are pressing forward and sprinting, then we do sprinting to true. Let's see if that works. Let's see, I'm sprinting. If I let go of both, and then I'm not sprinting, that's fine. And go with the sprinting key, I'm still sprinting. And if I, let's say, bump, why am I still accelerating? Nope. So if I bump into a wall, then I'm not sprinting. I'm gonna press that again. Okay, but if I keep holding shift and I bump into a wall, then I'm still sprinting. If I bump into a wall again, yeah, I then bump into that. And it stops me. So that's more or less correct. Why does it accelerate me randomly? Accelerate me randomly. Yeah, when I strafe like that. I wonder why. Okay, I gotta make this make the sprinting speed faster because it's hard to tell. It's working. It's hard to differentiate between sprinting and not sprinting. See again, what have I done? Sprinting pressed. Okay, so sprinting pressed equals this sprinting. If we are not pressing forward, then sprinting is false. Otherwise, if we are sprinting, then sprinting equals true. Or stopped. Or stopped. Okay, so I hope my reasoning is correct there. How it should be done. I mean, there is technically a chance that you like are pressing forward and you let go of it. Never mind, then I stop sprinting, I think. Sprinting pressed. Yeah, if I stop, then we stop sprinting instantly, okay? Let's say I'm zooming, I bump, and I stop, okay, but never mind, I don't stop because I'm still holding shift. Let go of shift now. Oh, never mind, and we haven't slowed down enough. How can I check if I bump into something? Because if I hit the wall at the right angle, then it won't stop me from sprinting here. I'm going to, yep, still sprint. Fabric check if colliding with a block. Maybe Minecraft, fabric, sprinting, logic. Toggle sprint, trying to emulate in behavior. 2 weeks of fabric. Event or function. Do block collision. Wait. Okay, I mean, but that should be the same. Okay, so I'm sprinting right now. Hit that wall. Okay, yeah, then it stopped me. Hit it at the right angle. Will it still stop me? It did, okay. Maybe the angle was too steep. Okay, yeah, so if I hit it at and just barely hit it, then it doesn't stop me from sprinting, so I mean that has to be it. Like if you just fall below a certain velocity then stop sprinting. I think there's a better way to do that. Maybe there is. Okay, so I mean it should be fine for my sprinting. 13. Sure, if that's how you do it. But it also should take care of the slipperiness, I think. Slipperiness. Should it? And I guess it should. Wonder why update velocity changes the nearby slipperiness. Maybe it's fine. Test. Do test on ice. Lead entity. And that's going to be print toggle stop logic. Let's see, there's 1, 2, and 3, 1. Okay, so there's 2 actually. Mm. Okay, so that's fine. I'll probably just be able to override because I was thinking I have to like ideally I would just because this method actually does the same thing that the default vehicle entities damage method does, other than those 2 lines. So yeah, I guess I could just be able to override that, call super, and add those 2 conditions, and then I should be able to keep the vehicle entities damage method. But that's going to be it for today. Unfortunately, we didn't get much done. I got stun logs for 2 hours trying to figure out how to stop, how to make the player move, swing their arms or their legs when riding the entity. Fortunately, didn't manage to do that. But we got sprinting done, at least. So yeah. Thanks everybody for watching, and I should be back on Monday. Bye!